Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most iconic stars. Today, we're shining the spotlight on the incomparable Lauren Bacall, a woman whose sultry voice, striking looks, and unwavering talent captivated audiences for over 6 decades. As we step into the world of Lauren Bacall, imagine yourself in the vibrant streets of 1920s Brooklyn, where the sounds of jazz and blues fill the air, and the smell of freshly baked bagels wafts from the local bakeries. It's here, in the Borough Park neighborhood, that Betty Joan Perske was born on September 16, 1924, to William and Natalie Perske, two Jewish immigrants who had come to America seeking a better life. The Perskes' modest home, with its cozy living room and warm kitchen, was filled with music, literature, and lively discussions, laying the groundwork for Bacall's future artistic pursuits. William, a charismatic salesman with a passion for storytelling, would regale his family with tales of adventure and bravery, instilling in Betty Joan a sense of wonder and curiosity. Natalie, a former model with a flair for drama, would often take her daughter on imaginary journeys, using her vivid imagination to transport them to far-off lands and fantastical worlds. These early experiences not only sparked Bacall's creativity, but also taught her the importance of empathy, compassion, and self-expression. As a child, Betty Joan was a shy and introverted young girl who found solace in her imagination and creative expression. She spent hours reading classic novels, drawing intricate sketches, and putting on makeshift performances for her family, showcasing her natural talent and charisma. Her parents, recognizing their daughter's gifts, encouraged her to take dance lessons with the renowned choreographer Martha Graham and participate in local theater productions at the Brooklyn Academy of Music. These early experiences not only helped Bacall develop her stage presence, but also fostered a sense of confidence and self-assurance that would serve her well throughout her career. The 1930s, a time of great social change and economic upheaval, had a profound impact on the Perske family. The Great Depression forced William to struggle financially, and the family was often reliant on the support of relatives and friends. Despite these challenges, Natalie's strong will and determination kept the family afloat, teaching Betty Joan valuable lessons about resilience and adaptability. As the decade drew to a close, the world was on the brink of war, and the Perske family, like many others, felt the weight of uncertainty and fear. As Betty Joan entered her teenage years, she began to develop a passion for acting, inspired by the likes of Bette Davis, Katharine Hepburn, and Greta Garbo. She spent hours watching classic films at the local cinema, studying the performances of her idols, and dreaming of one day joining their ranks. With the encouragement of her parents, Bacall enrolled in the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, where she honed her craft, refining her skills and developing a unique sense of style and presence. Her instructors, including the renowned actress and teacher Stella Adler, recognized her talent and pushed her to excel, helping her to shed her shy exterior and embracing a more confident and outgoing persona. The early 1940s were a time of great transformation for Betty Joan Perske. As she navigated the challenges of adolescence, she began to explore her own identity, testing the boundaries of her creativity and self-expression. Her experiences at the American Academy of Dramatic Arts had given her a newfound sense of purpose, and she was determined to make a name for herself in the competitive world of show business. As Betty Joan Perske's star began to rise, she caught the attention of Howard Hawks, a renowned film director who would change the course of her life forever. It was 1943, and the world was still reeling from the effects of World War II. The film industry, however, was thriving, with many studios producing movies that served as a much-needed escape for the masses. Hawks, known for his versatility and innovative storytelling, was searching for a fresh face to star alongside Humphrey Bogart in his upcoming film, To Have and Have Not. After discovering Bacall's striking features and captivating presence in a Harper's Bazaar magazine photo shoot, he knew he had found the perfect leading lady. The photo shoot, which showcased her unique blend of elegance and sophistication, had been taken by renowned photographer Louise Dahl Wolfe, who would later become a close friend and confidant to Bacall. With Hawks's guidance, Betty Joan Persky transformed into Lauren Bacall, adopting a new name that would become synonymous with glamour and refinement. The name change was more than just a superficial alteration. It marked a significant shift in her persona, as she shed her humble beginnings and embracing the sophistication and poise that would define her on-screen presence. As she began to work with Hawks, Bacall found herself immersed in a world of creativity and innovation, where the boundaries of storytelling were constantly being pushed. On May 25, 1944, To Have and Have Not premiered at the Hollywood Theater in New York City, marking Bacall's film debut and cementing her status as an overnight sensation. Bacall's performance as Marie Slim Browning, the mysterious and alluring love interest, was met with widespread critical acclaim, with many praising her unique blend of vulnerability and strength. Her on-screen chemistry with Bogart was undeniable, and their romance blossomed off-screen as well. The couple's relationship, which began on set and culminated in marriage on May 24, 1945, would become one of Hollywood's most iconic and enduring partnerships. Their love story, which spanned over a decade, was marked by a deep affection and mutual respect, with both partners supporting each other through the highs and lows of their careers. The success of To Have and Have Not led to a string of notable films for Bacall, including The Big Sleep, 1946, Dark Passage, 1947, and Key Largo, 1948. Her performances in these films showcased her remarkable range and versatility as an actress, effortlessly navigating complex characters and nuanced storylines. In The Big Sleep, she played Vivian Rutledge, the sophisticated and seductive sister of a beautiful woman who becomes embroiled in a complex web of crime and deception. The film, which was directed by Howard Hawks, marked one of the first times that Bacall had to navigate a complex, multifaceted character, and her performance was met with widespread critical acclaim. As she navigated the challenges of her rising fame, Bacall found solace in her marriage to Bogart, who became not only her partner, but also her closest friend and confidant. The couple's relationship was built on a foundation of trust, respect, and mutual support, with both partners encouraging each other to take risks and push the boundaries of their craft. Together, they formed the formidable team, both on and off screen, and their partnership would become one of the most enduring and beloved in Hollywood history. One of the most significant moments in Bacall's career came when she appeared before the House Un-American Activities Committee, HUAC, on October 23, 1947. Alongside Bogart and other prominent industry figures, she stood firmly against the witch hunt mentality that had taken hold of Hollywood, refusing to name names or compromise her values. This courageous stance earned her widespread respect and admiration within the film community, as well as a reputation for being a fierce and principled advocate for artistic freedom. The HAC hearings, which were marked by a climate of fear and intimidation, had a profound impact on the film industry, with many actors, writers, and directors being blacklisted or forced to testify against their colleagues. Bacall's decision to stand up against this witch hunt mentality was not taken lightly, as she knew that it would put her own career at risk. However, she remained resolute in her commitment to artistic freedom and the importance of protecting the rights of her fellow artists. Throughout the late 1940s and early 1950s, Bacall continued to deliver outstanding performances in films like Young Men with a Horn, 1950, and How to Marry a Millionaire, 1953. Her collaboration with director Vincente Minnelli on Designing Woman, 1957, resulted in one of her most memorable roles, showcasing her impressive comedic timing and flair for drama. As she navigated the challenges of her career, Bacall also found time to pursue her passions outside of acting. She was an avid reader and loved to immerse herself in literature, particularly the works of Ernest Hemingway and F. Scott Fitzgerald. She was also a talented painter and enjoyed spending time in her studio, where she would often lose herself in the creative process. As the years passed, Bacall's relationship with Bogart continued to be a source of strength and inspiration for her. The couple's love story, which spanned over a decade, was marked by a deep affection and mutual respect, with both partners supporting each other through the highs and lows of their careers. Tragically, their time together was cut short when Bogart passed away in 1957, leaving Bacall a widow at the age of 32. Despite her personal tragedy, Bacall continued to act, appearing in films like The Mirror Has Two Faces, a 1996, and Dodville, 2003. Her performances were met with widespread critical acclaim, with many praising her unique blend of elegance and vulnerability. As she looked back on her career, Bacall remained proud of the work she had done, knowing that she had left an indelible mark on the film industry. As Lauren Bacall navigated the twilight years of her life, she continued to defy the conventions of age and expectation, appearing in films like Predator, 1994, and The Walker, 2007, with a vitality and verve that belied her advancing years. Her performances were met with widespread critical acclaim, as many praised her unique blend of elegance and vulnerability, which had become the hallmark of her enduring screen presence. Despite the personal tragedy she had faced, including the loss of her beloved husband Humphrey Bogart in 1957, Bacall remained a pillar of strength, inspiring countless fans with her resilience and dedication to her craft. As she looked back on her remarkable life, Bacall's eyes would often mist over with memories of her time with Bogey, their whirlwind romance, and the incredible films they had made together. The loss of her husband had been a devastating blow, but it had also galvanized her determination to continue working, to keep pushing herself as an artist, and to create a legacy that would outlast her. And what a legacy it was, one that spanned over 6 decades, encompassing some of the most iconic films in Hollywood history, and leaving an indelible mark on the world of cinema. In her later years, Bacall received numerous recognitions for her contributions to the film industry, including an honorary Academy Award in 2009. As she accepted this honor, Bacall reflected on her life's work, saying, "I've been very fortunate. I've had a wonderful career, and I've worked with some of the most talented people in the business." Her voice trembled with emotion as she looked out at the sea of faces before her, her eyes shining with gratitude and humility. Bacall's final years were marked by a renewed focus on her personal life, including her relationships with her children and grandchildren. She would often spend hours regaling them with stories of old Hollywood, of the stars she had worked with, and the films she had made. Her family was her rock, her support system, and her greatest joy. She also continued to pursue her passion for art, often spending hours in her studio, lost in the creative process. The smell of paint and turpentine would fill the air as she worked, transporting her back to a time when life was simpler, and her only worry was the next take. This dedication to her craft was a hallmark of Bacall's character, one that defined her as an artist and a person. She was a true original, a woman who had always marched to the beat of her own drum, and who had never compromised her values or her vision. As she once said, "The best way to get attention is to do good work, and the best way to keep it is to keep doing good work." These words had become her mantra, guiding her through the ups and downs of her career, and inspiring her to continue pushing herself to new heights. Lauren Bacall passed away on August 12, 2014, at the age of 89, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire and influence new generations of actors, filmmakers, and fans. Her impact on the film industry is immeasurable, with countless films and performances owing a debt to her pioneering work. Today, Lauren Bacall is remembered as a true Hollywood legend, a woman whose elegance, sophistication, and talent captivated audiences around the world. Her legacy extends far beyond her own films, inspiring a new generation of actors and filmmakers to push the boundaries of their craft. She had lived a life full of passion, purpose, and creativity, and had left behind a body of work that would continue to inspire and delight audiences for generations to come. Her commitment to her craft, her passion for art, and her unwavering dedication to her values have left an indelible mark on the world of cinema. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm Casey Gold, reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.